Are we on? We should be on now. If everything's working. What up, everybody? True Blue here. I'm so sorry for the fact that this is like 2 hours late. I don't have a response. I got busy. I finished the video, helped out the family, and then I sat down for like 1 minute. Honk shoe. Here we are. So it is Friday, so I'm not too concerned because I can just play this game, which I'm going to do. I will be playing Pokemon FireRed. That's the plan. Not much is going to happen besides that. We are just playing FireRed. This isn't really meant to be a challenge run. It can be, but we're just going to play FireRed. And unlike other games, we have to partake in the story. Unlike other times I play Pokemon on this channel, I will be partaking in the story for once. Hello there. Glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. Also, you have to start this game without fast text speed, and it kills me. Kills me. This game's text speed, naturally, so slow. Oh, it's so slow. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for battling. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. But first, tell me a little about yourself. Now tell me, are you a boy or are you a girl? It's crazy to think that this is the one thing that's been removed from Pokemon in recent years. This selection, they just give you profile pictures and they're like, okay, which one? We're not gonna ask. We're not gonna ask. Let's begin with your name. What is it? So we can go with Red. But I mean, like, that was definitely a B. And because I don't want it to be all capital, like a madman, we go lowercase. We're just gonna go blue. Because we can't fit true blue. Because, as you can see, it's not even 8 characters. They didn't even let it be 8 characters for some reason. Right, so your name is Blue? Yes. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you both were babies. What was his name now? And if you want to, for those who don't know, Gary's from the anime. Green is like the default name for him, even though like we all refer to him as Blue. Green for Japan, and then I want to say these are at the time acting staff of Pokemon Company. I'm not sure. We're just gonna call him Anime Gary. Was it Gary? That's right! I remember now. His name is Gary. The fact that you don't have to, like, remind him much of yourself, he just kind of accepts who you are, but has extra dialogue like, oh shit! Yeah, that is my grandson. Man, Oak. You're doing the most. You're doing the most, Oak. Blue. Your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon await. Let's go! And then we shrink. And welcome to the best art style in Pokemon. I'm gonna be playing this game from, like, as best as I remember. I did play LeafGreen, so it's still sort of fresh. But it's also still not. For example, there's always a potion in there. When you start it up, you can do that. Anyway, there's an NES. Right. I don't even need to say it. Blue played with the NES. Okay, it's time to go. It doesn't even say game, it's just like, yeah, you... There's no game in it. It's just, you booted it up. And our mother. Because every Pokemon game, you have a mother. Except Gen 3. You had a father. Not this Gen 3 game. The original Gen 3. This game, you have a mom still. Alright? Every Pokemon game has a mom. Right. All boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Oh yes, Professor Oak next door was looking for you. And let me make life easy. Oh, the world just got slightly faster. The world just got slightly faster. How I'm happy now. Let's see. Hey, wait! Don't go out. You don't have to do anything. You can just go straight up and progress the game. It's unsafe! Wild Pokemon live on the tall grass! You need your own Pokemon for your protection! I know. Here, come with me! Hands off the controller. Well, hands are still holding the controller. I'm not doing anything. Gramps! Is this the voice I'm giving him? Gramps! I'm fed up with waiting. Gary? What do you think? Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Blue. These are 3 Pokemon here. Haha! The Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now in my old age, I only have these 3 left. He sends out a different Pokemon. Literally in the intro sequence. So he has at least 4. Stop lying, old man! You can have one. Go on, choose! Hey, Gramps! No fair! What about me? Be patient, Gary. You could have one, too. So, chat, the most important decision of any Pokemon game. The starters. We have, obviously, Bulbasaur for grass, Squirtle for water, and Charmander for fire. Now, because Charmander can suck it, I'm not picking Charmander. I was originally thinking of like, hey, do I do a blue Pokemon only playthrough? And then I realized it's 99% water types, so it's a water run. And I was like, that's gonna be really lame. I could stretch it a bit and at least say this is kind of blue. Yeah, I mean, like, no, it's not. So I had the solution, because I know damn well I wasn't picking Charizard, right? I'm so sick of seeing this dragon everywhere. We're not doing Charizard. I refuse on principle. If anyone's in chat, I mean, I guess voting, if anyone has a suggestion. Well, instead, I'm going to get a coin flipper. And I was gonna grab one of those Pokemon coins, but I forgot to. So, heads, make sure it can be shown. So if it lands on heads, we're gonna pick Bulbasaur. If it lands on tails, we pick Squirtle. And I know I did this on Kirby, and people were like, hey, I can do the... Here you go. So... no finger, right? Alright then. We're doing Squirtle. We're starting off with the bluest Pokemon there is. Let's fucking go. I don't really have like nicknames and stuff planned, but if anyone's in chat, I will, if you want, I can name Pokemon suggestions, or I guess after people. That's a little weird, but I can. So we're taking Squirtle. We have a Squirtle. What do we name Squirtle? It's a boy. It's a boy. Blue. It's just Lucinda Blue. We have Blue. And we have Bluer. Bluer. Blue sends out Bluer, and then I think next we catch Bluey. Hear me out. hear me out. I'll take this one then. And this dick pic Bulbasaur. Fun. Alright, game progression. Wait, Blue, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. This music is classic. That is some peak Pokemon battle music if I've ever heard any. Lure! Oh, for Pete's sake, so pushy as always. Blue! You've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? Yeah. What? A Pokemon battle is when trainers pit their Pokemon against each other. The trainer that makes the other trainer's Pokemon faint by lowering their HP to 0 wins. But rather than talking about it, you'll learn more from experience. Try battling and see for yourself. We tackle till the game says we can't tackle no more. Check this shit out. Inflicting damage on the foe is the key to the battle. This is a tutorial fight, but you can still lose. But we won't. We won't. Because I'm built different. Watch this crit. Not the Bulbasaur. I'm going to crit. Check this out. Alright, there's hope. You missed. Epic gameplay. Okay. I can't lose this, please. I can't lose the tutorial fight. I can't lose the tutorial fight. Please. Bulbasaur, please. Do not use tackle. Please. Don't let Bluer go down. Please. Oh my god. If this is an omen for things to come, I don't know what is. Why'd you have to gain that much experience? Specifically that much. Could have been 68. Could have been 66. You just... God damn it, Bluer. You're doing everything right and everything wrong at the same time, you fucking turtle. Oh my god. It's gonna be one of those games. It's gonna be one of those games. Excellent. If you win, you'll earn prize money. Your Pokemon will grow. Battle with trainers make your Pokemon strong. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle toughen it up. Blue, Gramps, smell you later. Alright, dick. Now... Blue, raise your young Pokemon by making a battle. That's the for it to grow. So, I think it's really funny. This game doesn't tell you what to do at this point. Funny enough, you're given your starter, and you're actually not told where to go. You can assume the gym and all that, but you're not explicitly told anything in this game, which is such a far cry from modern Pokemon games. Also, so much of these sprites are so nostalgic to me between YouTube and playing these games. I have the FireRed cartridge in the back. I could grab it really if I want to. But some of these sprites, like this Rattata sprite, I've seen so much. You gotta make up for the shit with Bulbasaur Bluer, alright? You're on thin fucking ice, you goddamn. You are so close to being turtle soup, you bastard, alright? You better fucking kill this rat. Blame the Pokemon, not the trainer. Guys, it's all about love. It's all about love. It's all about love. I love Bluer. I love Bluer. He's so blue. He's bluer than me. Type shit. Type shit. If you want a free potion, talk to this trainer. Hi, I work at a Pokemon Mart. Ew, what? Why didn't you call it a Pokemart? What do you mean a Pokemon Mart? Ew. It's part of a convenience chain selling all sorts of items. Please visit us in Viridian City. I'll give you a sample. Here you go. And potion. If you want to heal your Pokemon in and out of battle, potions. I feel like I don't need to explain basic Pokemon mechanics, but I can at least explain the FireRed, LeafGreen stuff, because this game is so different from modern games. Between the fact that you don't have physical or special move, just to explain. In this generation of Pokemon, moves always have a power, right? Tackle's 35. But all types are either physical or special. So for example, water is a special type. So all of those moves will be using Squirtle's special stats, as you see here. So special defense is for when he's taking damage from a water move, and special attack when he's dealing damage with a water move. Same goes for attack and defense. If you need to know how to remember them, think of the evolutions. Those are all the special types. This game also came out well before fairy typing, so that does not exist yet. And we'll see later on, but you can't get anything outside of the 151 until post-game. So you can't really use any of the Gen 2 Evos. Scizor, Steelix, Crobat, they're not in this. You also can't get Espeon or Umbreon. They just don't exist in this game. Because there's no day-night cycle. And they are, I think they're hard-coded to need a day-night cycle. So this game breaks Eevee's evolution method, and it does not work. You need to take it out of this game in order to evolve it. As dumb as that sounds. There's a bit of knowledge for all of you. For a lot of you, this may be very familiar territory. If you've played any of the generations very early on, they had a very different rule set and mechanics. This game is just like that. You also see a few things here and there that have obviously changed over time. The only big thing right now that you're going to notice is that physical special split. The further we get into the game, the more things you will be noticing, especially when you get more Pokemon. But as it stands, it's nothing too crazy. Lure, Learn, Bubble! We have a Stab move! Stab always existed. And if we don't need to go that way. And now we're in Viridian City. And if you want to actually progress this game, Dreamlink died for a sec. Are we back? Stream is not looking good. Why you no likey? Why you no likey? What's wrong? Trying to explain Pokemon facts here. Alright, we should be good now. So, in Japan, this became a very infamous meme in the fandom about a man who was in a drunken stupor, fell over, and lost his gold balls, which are gold nuggets. This was never directly translated into Pokemon, and while this is a running joke in Japan, and again, still memed about in the community, this never actually happened in America. So the more you know, that's something only the Japanese fandom will get out of that experience. This is just a dumb roadblock for us. Hey, you came from Pallet Town. You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Can I get you to take it to him? And then you get Oak's parcel. Yeah, the game will never explicitly tell you to do this, but you need to do this for progression. Obviously, trial and error, you can just run through town, and at some point you'll probably visit the Pokemart, and the game is going to be like, hey, you should probably get this. And then obviously the Pokemon Center. Classic Pokemon Center. Give it to Nurse Joy. Watch it light up. Your Pokemon is healed. I don't think I really don't think I need to explain things. But if anyone's in chat and needs explanation for Pokemon because they're unfamiliar and or just like to hear it, listen, I can't talk shit. I love hearing informative videos on YouTube. I don't think I make the most informative most of the time, but I will watch over the videos where I go over like the history of something because I like information. I just think it's entertaining to listen to. Oh, Blue, how is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What's that? You have something for me? Penny the Platinum. No, we're not. We're not doing that voice. It's the custom Pokemon. No, we're not turning Professor Oak into Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Penny the Platinum voice. Gotta make this the dumbest play for FireRed you've ever seen in your life. I had it on order. Thank you. I can't stop doing it now. Gramps! I almost forgot. What are you calling for? All right. I can't fucking stop doing it. I can't fucking stop. Oh my god. A request for you two. On the desk there's my invention, the Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It is a high-tech encyclopedia. Blue, Gary, Gary. Gary? Gary the Radical. God damn it. I'm not turning Professor Oak into Doofenshmirtz. I refuse. This isn't the bit I'm doing. I'm not doing this bit. This is so stupid. Take these with you. Hey, look, we got Professor Oak's Pokedex, which will totally not get retconned to be not his creation. Well, maybe the digital one, but like not actually. It's created by Lavington now. Retcons. Yeah. Ooh. You get detailed data on Pokemon by just seeing them. You must catch them to obtain complete data. So here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon. And we got Pokeballs. When a wild Pokemon appears, it's fair game. Just throw a Pokeball at it and try to catch it. This won't always work, however. The healthy Pokemon can escape. You have to be lucky. To make a complete guide on the Pokemon in the world. That's my dream. But I'm too old. I can't get the job done. I want you to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. Blue, I hate to say it, but you won't be necessary for this. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Blue. Haha. Don't bother coming around to my place after this. Dick. Like, I don't mind having friendly rivals, but I miss the absolute dickheads that we used to get. Prime example. By the way, town map. Not mandatory. You don't need to talk to her, but if you talk to your rival sister, you can still get one. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Okay, we're not. No. We're not. No, absolutely not. That's not happening. Gee, that's lazy of him. Here, this will help you. Yeah, you can literally play through this entire game without a town map. As shocking as that may seem. You can still view the town map once you get a Pokemon with Fly. It's a weird, like, logic loop, but because you need the map to fly places, but you don't actually need the map. It's not necessary. It doesn't prevent you from any form of progression, but it is something to be made aware of. And the bird, Pidgey. Bluer, Bubble. Catch every Pokemon that's not blue and name it not blue. Man, old Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, I love the animations, but man, sometimes it just feels slow. It feels slow. And that's just because I'm so used to modern gaming. I'm just so used to modern gaming. And here we have Pidgey. Pokedex data. Unfortunately, the Pokedex in this game fucking sucks. Oh, I didn't. Okay, didn't mean to do that. Pokedex. For one, this awful menu that just shows up. And then even if you go to numerical mode, there's no sauce. It's just a bland color. And then you click on a Pokemon and you just... It literally is the most basic ass way to go about it. Yeah, I despise how they did this Pokedex. There's also Habitat, which, sure, these don't mean much if anything, but there are habitats. Not like Pokopia. Definitely not like Pokopia, my god. Can we get a rat? Early game rat? The only two Pokemon cans that spawn in this tiny section of grass is the rat and the bird. And you may have noticed we did not get EXP from catching Pokemon. That was not added till Generation 6. As well, EXP not shared amongst party members. So, in a Pokemon battle, when I use a Pokemon and get EXP, it's whoever is in the battle will get the EXP, or later on when you get the EXP share, which is an item, and not a permanent feature, or like a mechanic, like it is a held item. So that's a completely different ballgame than what we're used to, at least. We have the rats. I don't intend on using these Pokemon, so I don't really care. No. I have no interest in using the bird or the rat. But as a young man once said, gotta catch them all. So we're just gonna be catching stuff. Like, just throughout this, I'm just gonna be catching stuff. Because, like, well, very later entries actually, this game has a lot of things. While you're not explicitly told this, nor is it required, you have various trainers that will ask you about your Pokedex and they'll check it. If you have enough registered, you'll get very good and useful items, but you need the right Pokemon. And to get the post-game, you need to have at least 60 species registered to your Pokedex. While they may not seem like a lot, because frankly, you could probably knock that out really quickly, like even if you didn't do it initially, it's good to do throughout your journey, and I recommend catching Pokemon in this game even without the intent of using them. It'll really help a lot with later on. Now, a few things. If we go this way, we can get a free potion. You would think it's blocked by cut, but it's not. And if we continue this way, we're at Route 22 now. This actually leads to the Indigo Plateau, my god, which is the Pokemon League in this game. And you'll also get a new encounter. Monkey. Mankey, a phenomenal Pokemon for a playthrough team. If you need a good playthrough mod, highly recommend using Mankey. Oh my god, such a good Pokemon for this game. Early game fighting type that can get some really good stab. And a lot of Pokemon don't really have good coverage for it in this game, like in their movesets, like at least trainers. So highly recommend. Do I resurrect Brian as a girl? Brian from my Pokemon Violet playthrough. Link not in description, just on the channel. But so it didn't stay in the ball. But please, please, please. I named Mankey, which then became Annihilate, as Brian in that playthrough. I mean, if we did Brian. Lewis. How do you spell it? Fuck it, that's how you spell it now. Bluer? Lewis. I think you can get another encounter here. I want to say you can in this game. Maybe, possibly. Oh my god, level 5! I should have caught you! The fuck? We could have had a level 5, Lewis. I will be pronouncing it like that the entirety I stream this game. It will be pronounced that way. So I love listening to the music in this game. Like, I just gotta quiet down sometimes and just listen to it. It's so nostalgic for me. It is so nostalgic. I remember listening to this shit all the time. I wouldn't look up the OST, but I'd see like playthroughs of this game and listening to stuff like this battle theme. It just hits so close to home for me. And Bluers, level 8. If we really wanted to, we could sit here and start grinding and just start destroying this game with an overlevel Blastoise. If we really wanted to. I don't want to, though. I want to just play this game. But I'm going to heal my Pokemon up for an optional encounter. For some reason, if you decide to go left and get your Mankey, and I believe one of the Nidos, I think you should be able to at least, if my memory serves correct, you can actually have a special match with your rival very early on in this game. Now, it's not... God, I was gonna say I can lead with Mankey, but the rival in this game always leads with fucking Pidgey. So that's like a death sentence. Well, hold up. No, Pidgey doesn't get any flying moves for a while, right? Yeah. Okay, so Pidgey won't have anything strong then. Alright. Type shit, type shit. But if we walk a little this way, this is an optional encounter. If you don't want to fight your rival here, you don't have to. Hey, Blue. You're off to the Pokemon League. Forget about it. You probably don't have any badges, do you? The guard won't let you through without them. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? Literally on site with this dude. Yeah, so after the first battle, literally every single encounter with this motherfucker opens with the Pidgey. Or whatever stage it's at the time. So, if you ever want to... Here, we're gonna just sack Rattata so we can get a clean switch into Bluer. You can just, and I truly mean you can just always open with an electric type and, you know, set yourself up for a nice win. But yeah, after the first fight, always Pidgey. If you've ever been curious as to why Blue in Pokemon Masters is always seen with like Pidgeot instead of a starter, or that's like his main Pokemon in a lot of media, that's why. Bro opens with this everywhere. But let's not do the sand attack. Do not throw sand in my eyes, please. I'd really appreciate that. I forget how little damage I do. Is Squirtle physical? Do I have like a high-ass physical attack and I don't remember? No, special's my thing still. Alright. I might actually lose this fight, unironically. I forgot, it's like level 9. It is a bit higher than you're expected to be at the time, so it's regarded as like, if you do this properly, like you come here properly without like leveling up or anything, you will be under leveled for this fight. That's just the nature of it. Oh! We hit these. We hit these. Fuck. Chat, back it up. Back it up. That's not the sprite anyway, but whatever. Hold on. Hold on. No fucking shot. The level 3 Pidgey won this. And Lois got a level up. And Pidgey did. Deserved. We'll keep the bird in the party. What level are you? Oh, buddy, you're level 9. I also don't know if this has a stab move. I think it still has just tackle and growl. Like, I don't think they get their stab moves yet. Obviously, the Pokemon, like, if you're playing with it, your Bulbasaur will have Vine Whip. But I think this is coded so it doesn't have a grass move yet, because it's a little bullshit already. I mean, it's bullshit enough to where someone like me who's just fucking around, yeah, am I great or what? Yeah. Kinda got my ass beat. Oh, that's tough. I don't think I've ever actually lost that fight. In the very few times I've restarted this game, I don't think I've ever once lost to that motherfucker. Can I rematch him? Come right back. Level 9 is kind of crazy, though. I definitely beaten him with underlevel teams before. But that sucks. That sucks, not getting lucky on stream. Yikes. I think Lewis needs a bit more damage potential. I think we gotta level up Lois a bit first, and then we'll go back and swinging with Lois. Well, now that we're at the fun part of classic Pokemon games, which is making sure your Pokemon are all around the same level. That's a constant in classic Pokemon is making sure your team is a good level. We can just chat now. I haven't had the chance to talk about Rare Encounter Spearow. I talk so much heavier with Spearow than I do with Pidgey. Not blue, still, but... Also, level 5? Level 5 Spearow would go kind of hard, not gonna lie, not gonna lie. And it has Pet. Huh? Oh yeah, no. Spearow's such a better Pokemon in this game, it's not even funny. It gets a flying move early on, and you have to wait till, like, you have to wait so much longer for Gust, and it's a weaker move on Pidgey. I don't think this will kill. I don't think Bubble will kill. I think Spearow can take it. I'm scared. Oh, yeah, we're fine. Yeah, we can do another one. We can do another one. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Oh, Oh, we have one Pokeball. Please. Please, Spearow. Please. Fuck yeah. Nope. I didn't. I forgot L and R open up a shitty menu. And now we have the bird. What do I name you? We have Lois and Bluer. I don't know if I'm gonna commit to a Fearow on the squad, but like I fuck heavy with it at least. It like Spearow, one of those Pokemon that it's like I might replace later on, but for now, highly would recommend if you want just a Pokemon to fill out the slots on the team. Spearow, we're gonna call you Joe. Joe the Spearow. I promise you, you guys have no idea how good Spearow is in early games. Gen 1 and 2, Spearow? Oh my god, if you want a good Pokemon, that's the one you pick, man. That's the one you pick. Right? Everyone wanted Pidgey because it was in the anime. And it has 3 stages, so you think it's better. Maybe in modern times. Back in the Gen 1 and 2 games, remakes included, like, if you want to have a fucking bird Pokemon on the team, you pick Spearow. Alright, you pick Spearow. It may take more work to get. Promise you it's worth it. Oh my god, is it worth it? It's such a better encounter. It is such a better encounter. I really thought you could get a Nido. I thought you could get a Nido at this part of the game, but maybe I'm misremembering. I remember being able to get a Nido early in this game, but I could just be wrong. I could just be wrong. Joe! What the fuck? Literally open on a crit. What the hell? Also, yeah, some Pokemon, like Pidgey, as you saw earlier, discrepancy between the front and back sprites, where, like, that's clearly not the pose the Pokemon's doing if it's against you on the field. Like, Pidgey's wing is not up. It's not, it doesn't have its wing flapped up. It is static when you're encountering it. So. I didn't mean to switch to you, but I guess we're committing to Pidgey. I was thinking about it, but again, like the sprite, this is not the sprite you have when I'm facing you. Is it discrepancy? Is it personality? Is it bullshit? Whatever you want to call it, it's just not the sprite. Alright, I can live with that. Because then I can give this EXP to Pokemon that deserves it, like Bluer. I don't think I'll replace the starter. I have a strong soft spot for Bluer already. He's disappointed me multiple times throughout the less than hour of playtime already, but I will commit to having this Pokemon, even if so far it has been massive dogshit turtle. Yeah, we're just gonna keep switch training. This is the best way to get EXP on Pokemon this early in the game. Just keep going back and forth. Yep. I don't know why Bubble has extra powerful effects, because I know sometimes it can lower like speed or whatever, but I don't think that's warranting of it popping all over the Pokemon. That's oh, what up, Terrence? How's it going? It is a funny Charmander. It's Bluer, the disappointing Squirtle. Bro has already screwed up multiple times this playthrough. Does not hit the crits like my other Pokemon, bro. He doesn't game like the others. Bluemander? No, he's just bluer. If you want to see the squad so far, we're kind of cooking here. We got Lois the Mankey, Bluer the Squirtle, and Joe the Spearow. You know, these guys, they're just we just have them. But we got the squad right now. We got the squad right now. I think the only one I'm committing to is Bluer. The other two are just kind of chilling here, but we got them on the squad. We have them on the squad. We just got Joe. It's for Joe Mama. Because I thought it was funny. It seemed funny. I'm just switch training up the team. Maybe. Oh god, do I talk about the Caterpie bit? Do I want that recorded? So, y'all know Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, right? The games on Switch that are Gen 1, but they look better but play worse. It's somehow the most weird experience you'll ever get playing those games. So, for some reason, Pokemon for once in their lives decides to be whimsical. Whimsical, joyous, and happy. If you wanted to do stuff like trade or battle, rather than put in numbers, who wants to put in numbers? That's some basic shit. You know what you did? You put in Pokemon sprites. The system in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were sprites. For some reason. I don't know why they did it then and they haven't done it since. I thought it was just really fun. And you had your staples, you had the Gen 1 starters, Pikachu, Eevee, of course, a few basic Pokemon, Caterpie, Rattata included. And when me and my best bro here were playing it, you know, we want to trade Pokemon, we want to battle, whatever, we needed a code. And instead of making up a new code, we were like, okay, well, what's one we could always stick with? And we had the Caterpie with Rattata bread as our, like, mnemonic device. And as dumb as this sounds, it was because you put in 3 different sprites. So it was Rattata, Caterpie, Rattata. And the way we remembered it was Caterpie with Rattata bread. And we would just talk about how many calories the Pokemon were and how much you would get out of that. It is not a nutritious meal. It is 2 rats slapped with a worm in the middle. It is not by any means a good sandwich, but it is for some reason it is a bit we stuck with. And years later we are still talking about the Caterpie sandwich with Rattata bread. You have to specify the Rattata bread. No Rattata bread, you are just getting just mush of a Caterpie. Do people eat rats? I feel like that's one of those animals everyone agrees like we don't fuck with. Like we don't fuck with eating. Cause like is there like healthy rats? What kind of bread you taking with your Caterpie sandwich is my question. You know, I think I could go for some Makahito loaf. Just naming random Pokemon. Some Mankey soup on the side. Tandemaus burger. Green moldy Rattatas person. Bro's asking to create a new plague. I don't even... God. Wait, that's actually would be so fun. I just thought about this. The idea of, like, luxury food being just shiny Pokemon in this world is so funny to me. Because we know people eat, like, parts of, like, cloth, right? It's like, do you want the cloth claw or the shiny cloth claw? There's no fucking edible difference. Because, again, it's just the color. So there's no edible difference. That's the fact that that's how this world would have to work. Like, the elite, they eat shinies. They eat shinies. They're eating the shinies. They're eating the shinies. Hey, we don't talk about Pincurchin in this house, all right? We don't talk about. Okay? We don't talk about Pincurchin. Right? It stays between you and me, all right? We don't fuck with Pincurchin. We don't talk about Pincurchin, all right? Play some Pokemon FireRed LeafGreen before that bastard was alive. So, for the, I need a minute. Pincurchin in Pokemon Sword and Shield, the bastard. The trainers, if you played the game, the trainers in the Dynamax area adventures, you would have to fight with like AI trainers. And one time we had a Pincurchin who refused to switch off the Pincurchin and only used acupressure, and it drove me so insane. And my guy, Inkin over here, found it so funny. I have not seen the new episode yet. I have heard much about it on Twitter. I was asleep. I was asleep when it... Or was I asleep or was I still busy? I don't remember at this point. I wasn't available to watch it when it dropped at the time, so I have not actually seen it yet. I actually have it. I'm gonna watch... Literally when the stream ends, I will be watching. Because I'd like to see it. I wanted to watch it, but I just couldn't. I physically could not when it came out, which is a damn shame. I'm assuming was it a premiere? I assume it was a premiere and the live chat was going ballistic. That's my assumption. I don't know, I'm already seeing so much. I don't think I've seen so much discussion about a new episode of The Amazing Digital Circus since like the pilot, online at least. Like since that came out, the amount of posts I've actually seen is insane. When I woke up from my nap, that was all my Twitter. It was all my Twitter. There was nothing but that. So I'm assuming it's a damn good episode. I know it has a lot to do with like world building or something. I don't know. Again, I haven't seen it yet. I do look forward to watching it though after this. That is the plan. Whenever the stream ends, I will be just hopping on the Digital Circus train. Kane is Sonic? Okay. How the fuck even my live chat can I not escape the bastard? This is real? What do you mean this is real? What does that mean? Is Kane evil? Is there an evil Kane? Is there evil Kane? Kane.exe? Instead of amazing, he's in the decrepit Digital Circus. Watch yet? Well, I'm a little busy. I'll watch it after. I don't think I'm allowed to stream it technically because it counts as a show. Can you stream? You probably can't stream reactions to it after. Yeah, I fucking know. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I mean, you can't. No, I don't know if that's like copyright though. Like, would I get plenty of people? Okay. Because I know some stuff premieres on YouTube, and then, you know, the bots come in and they're like, my money, blocked in Canada. Everything's blocked in Canada, blocked here, and shit. So, like, every Saturday is a new episode of Kamen Rider, which airs on YouTube in English, and I would love to do. I don't even know if I want to do a live reaction because I feel like a lot of time I just be like no words. I would just be like, it's pretty good. But as long as you are claiming to be yours, it should be fine. Reaction content's so weird to me. Like, God, it's such a weird gray area. Especially like the legal definition, it's such a weird gray area where you can and can't profit off of it, where you can and can react to it, what counts as reacting, because apparently you just need to have your face, you don't even need to say something, which kind of bullshit, but I don't know. I've never done reaction content in any sort of variety for that reason, because I don't get it. And I mean, what is there for me to react to besides like a Nintendo Direct? And at least then, that's like news, right? Like, I feel like that's different. If you're like an award show, you're reacting to an award show online, you're reacting to a presentation like that, that's news, that's rewards, right? You're not really like, you're kind of celebrating with everyone. You're not really reacting as you would be if it's like TikTok compilation or some shit, right? That's like a different thing. My Twitter feed's not that bad. I've showed it on stream before. It's not that bad. Okay? It's not that bad. I scrolled through Twitter on stream before. You can look at the footage. Okay? It is not that bad. Like, sometimes there's like that one post you're like, oh. But like, typically it's not that bad. Okay? It's not that bad. It's better. It's better. The algorithm decided, and instead of the weird ass post, it's now just a lot of Kamen Rider news, because you know, Sentai died, so they had to fill in a void, and now it's 99% Kamen Rider. Not complaining, but that's just what my Twitter is now. I can't read half the tweets I see. They're all in other languages now. Chat, there is no alt account. Also, motherfucker saying chat trust in chat is diabolical. I want you to know that. Literally typing out chat trust, diabolical. Also, I gave you mod status yesterday. I don't know if you noticed, Terrence. Cancel True Blue for that one time he called me stinky. Fuck you. You said way worse about me. On record. I see the funny yeah. I don't know what mod status on YouTube means, but yesterday I was messing with stuff. I was like, would you like to add this person as a mod? I was like, fuck it. Fuck it, let's see what happens. You don't need to moderate. I just was like, I can make you a mod. So I did. That's fine. That's fine. It's weird because I forget sometimes if I see someone acting up, I'll swing. I mean, I'm not expecting anyone to moderate for me at the current moment. Like, I did it because I just gave it to you because, like, fuck it. But I'm not expecting anyone to sit down and be like, I gotta be there when he streams, because I don't have a stream schedule. Anyway, it is time for us to fuck up this guy. Alright, we're running it back. We totally didn't lose the first time. Hey, Blue! You're up to the Pokemon League. Forget about it. This is the same dialogue as before. But you know what? We're gonna repeat it anyway. Alright, we're running this shit back, because apparently when you have a really underleveled team, you get your ass beat. So, we're running this shit back. Bird on bird, kick the shit out. Peck! Fuck, he outspeeds. Damn! Damn! Shit. Damn. Enough with the sand! It's fine, we never miss. Bubble never misses, right? Oh, that fucking did nothing. Does tackle do more damage to you? No more sand attack. No more sand attack. So, like, we take those. No, Bluer, you fucking disappointing turtle. You may not be Leo, Mikey, Donnie, or Raph, but you better put in the goddamn work. Thank you. Oh my god, I was going to reset this entire game if you were that disappointing. Lewis! Lewis, it is your time to shine, Lewis. Level 6. 6-9, we can beat this. Low kick. Oh, fuck, that did nothing. Oh, shit. Alright. Good night, Mr. Inknova. It's been a pleasure. Damn! Lois, you ain't doing shit! Oh my god! Ooh, that's... I was expecting more. Damn. Damn! Got her ass beat that time. Bluer, can you fix my mistakes? You're true and blue. Show it to me. Show it to me. Come on. Come on. You wanna win so bad. You wanna win so bad. You wanna win so bad. I believe in you, Bluer. Fuck you. Look at that, level 11. Look at you, Bluer. You know, growing up in life. Thank God this isn't enough. Okay, that was... You know, I thought that was going to be a casual, like, encounter. Like, we'll run, beat him. I can talk about, like, the Pokemon League. And then we just go. But no, we got our ass handed to us. And had to fix our mistakes. But it's fine. Bluer is true to not only himself, but to us. And even though I've only given him shit so far, Bluer has, in fact, put in the work. Maybe not, maybe she doesn't deserve to be on this team, but Bluer's put in the work. Oh, this poor Squirtle's gonna get shit on for so many streams. So many streams, I promise you. I promise you, the Squirtle's gonna be shit on. Alright, now we can walk down here. There's nothing we can do, but we can go down here. Extra patch of grass. I don't think the encounters... Do we now have a Nido spawn? I don't think so. I don't think we get a Nido. But... Oh yeah, we can leave Joe in front. But if we want to, we can go right for the league. Until we stop here. And we're not allowed in. You can actually, if you went for the effort, say if you get the Boulder badge, you get all the different badges, you can slowly get further and further in. There are various terrain roadblocks, like you'll need surf at some point, but you will be able to get further in, and you can get some pretty good encounters eventually. But I mean, at that point, you can just keep playing. It's one of those things where it's like you can do, but you don't have to.
Well, now that I've had my coffee, that's what I need to get going. What is that red box you have? Ah, so you're working on the Pokedex. Then let me give you one of advice. What if you catch a Pokemon, the Pokedex automatically updates its data? You don't know how to catch Pokemon.
Me with my team of Pokemon. Hands off the controller. OG catching tutorial. Funny enough, for some reason, because this is, again, lost in translation, in the original, he had like 50 Pokeballs, and it's supposed to be he caught them in a drunken stupor. Now he just has the one, and he catches level 5 Weedle first try. How he encountered a Weedle when he's just standing on the road. Why he has a single Pokeball, why he's just there and there's no Pokemon. There's a lot of questions with this old man. Also, where the fuck is the top of his hair? Because guess what? I don't see it. That's a nice chrome dome, buddy, but there ain't no hair there.
There. That was educational, was it not? And here, take this too.
Teachy TV. Teachy TV, it's basically just like trainer tips. There's nothing, you probably will never use it, but we can progress further in. And actually, I don't know, I'm pretty sure we can't get Pokeball. Like, can we buy more Pokeballs right now? I'm pretty sure we can't purchase more Pokeballs. Can we? Will the game let me get Pokeballs? Or do I have to go to the next town? Oh, you can. Always buy your Pokeballs in 10. Just kidding, that doesn't exist. Usually, right? You always buy your Pokeballs in bulk. You do 10, you get a Premier Ball. For some fucking reason, and I don't know why that's not in this game. That doesn't exist yet. Just doesn't exist yet. I thought it did. It does not. So the more you know, the more you know. So you can just buy any amount and not think about the doing it in tens for any potential benefit, because there is no benefit in this game. They're just Pokeballs. They are just a one-time purchase item. Rattata may be small, but don't underestimate its wicked bite. Have you caught one already? Oh, I think one of these trainers has something. Are you going to Viridian Forest? It's a natural maze in there. Be careful you don't get... Okay, I guess I'm a little too early. I thought there was a trainer here with a trade or something. And in Viridian Forest, I came here with your friends to catch you some bug Pokemon. They're all itching to get into Pokemon battles. Viridian Forest is super easy to navigate if you know the path, but there's a lot of really good encounters, including what I put in the middle of my sandwiches, Caterpie. Ooh, this Caterpie's bug. Oh, I didn't think it was gonna survive that. If you want some early game bug Pokemon, Caterpie and Weedle both can be caught here. They evolve. They are fully evolved by level 10, which is very easy to get to because you're so early in the game. If you need a really good, strong Pokemon for at least the first like 2 gyms, I recommend it. Unfortunately, in this game, Butterfree and Beedrill don't have the same benefits as in Gen 1, because you could cheese Brock with Butterfree or Beedrill. You can't do that in this game because Brock can counter them. In the original games, you didn't have an option for it. We're gonna call you Lunch. That's what you are looking like, my friend. Lunch. And there is roughly a 5% encounter chance on any of these tiles for a Pikachu to spawn. If you like to use a Pikachu, of course, you can catch it here. This is, with the exception of it being a starter, I'm pretty sure this is the earliest in any Pokemon game you can actually get the mascot. So, if you'd like to use a Pikachu, surprisingly enough, Gen 1 is the chance to do so. I don't know how many attempts it will take us to find one. I would like to catch one. That's one of those Pokemon that's kind of like, I'd like, as I said before, having electric Pokemon, especially with your rival, always a good thing. So I'd recommend it. I don't know if this is gonna catch. You might break free. I actually used a Beedrill on my FireRed team. I'll go over my LeafGreen team, I meant, when I played it on Switch. I used a Beedrill throughout the whole playthrough. So I'm definitely not going to use one right now. You can just... Oh, we have a full party! So you're in the PC now. Alright, sick. Place those guys at some point. Actually, it's kind of good we caught Spearow, because we can just kill everything. There's also the rare chance you find a Kakuna or a Metapod. They are good for grinding, as they don't really do damage, and because they're evolved, they naturally will get more experience. This is probably one of the 2 parts of the game you're going to end up grinding. Early game, of course, because all the Pokemon are so low level compared to your starter, you're probably going to do a bit of grinding. Recommend Kakuna and Metapod from the forest. And then in a few towns, then you're going to probably just want to grind up against random Pokemon or go around fighting as many trainers as you can, because you're going to want EXP. Damn, that did a one-shot? Really? Damn. I know we're early game, but I really thought that would Oko. Okay. Well, you lived another day, Weedle. Not for long, though. Oh, and I never brought it up yet, but as you may have noticed, the game isn't telling me whether or not a move is effective or not effective on Pokemon or anything like that. That was introduced in Generation 7. Back before that, you had to know your type chart. It's not as bad as some people may say it is. There's a lot of types, but it's really not that bad once you get used to playing Pokemon. A lot of them use a lot of real world logic at that once you start getting down to the nitty gritty of it. You know, fire beats grass because you ever set a plant on fire, it doesn't live. Again, that logic kind of works for a lot of things, but for example, you can't really set the ground or a rock on fire, which is why fire doesn't do much to them, nor is it super effective. And some of them also work with different concepts, of course, but water puts out fire. Fire can burn a plant. Plants grow and consume water. Little things like that. You can always have different ways to memorize Pokemon types. I just kind of brute force memorize it by playing Pokemon for so many years. At some point, you just start realizing, like, hey, this type will work and this type won't. I think I've definitely lost a lot of my natural, like, this type is good for this, because I'm used to modern games now where it just tells me and I don't need to think about it. Which, man, is it awesome. I love not having to worry about knowing my type chart. The issue does come up when you have Pokemon of many a dual type, and it's like, that's the hard part with the type chart, right? Is it's dual types, of course. You can remember every type specifically, and again, we're early games, doesn't really matter much, but for example, you know, you would think like normal, right? Normal type, all the bird Pokemon in this game are normal flying, so fighting doesn't do much on a flying Pokemon, but it's super effective on normal. So what would that do? What would a fighting Pokemon's damage output look like on Joe here, for example? Little things like that are what you have to worry about when you're playing Pokemon. I don't know how many encounters it'll be till we get a Pikachu. I don't think it'll take too long. I got a Pikachu. I didn't use it, so I wasn't gonna hunt for it. I didn't care to hunt for it at this point of the game. But I was literally just going through the forest trying to leave, and I found a Pikachu naturally, which is pretty good in terms of encounter rate. Like, I got it at a very decent number of walking and encounters. I remember the first time I played this game on Game Boy, the Virtual Console. I used Pikachu, and oh my god, that took so long for one to spawn. I don't know what the odds are in the original Game Boy games, but I know they're low. I know they're lower than FireRed, LeafGreen for sure. But it took a while. That is for sure. It took a while. I will say that Pikachu is a very good Pokemon to have. If you need an encounter, if you need a Pokemon, I mean, on your team, Pikachu, very good for this game. It's a very decent enough electric type, and not many Pokemon have ground moves in this game. You don't deal with a lot of ground Pokemon, so it's always a good send out Pokemon if you just need something on the field or you need time to think in a battle. It's very good in this game. Most electric types, I would say, are pretty good in this game. The only thing is a lot of them don't appear till much later in the game. They're all kind of in one area, which is a problem, because if you want them, your options really are Pikachu or like everything at the end of the game, or if you go out of your way for Jolteon. You know, that's you don't have much option because you only have a 151 in this game, but they are all good. I wouldn't say there's a bad electric type in this game. I know a lot of people would say they'll probably play this game for the first time and you can get the legendary birds, well, 2 of the legendary birds before the league. Can you? Yeah, 2. You can only get 2 before the league. And a lot of people will say replace Pikachu with Zapdos, of course. I wouldn't say you have to. Again, if you want the legendary, make it easier on yourself, you can, but that's not necessary. I don't think you need to. I know a lot of people will say when they play this game, especially the younger, they may have gone either way for Zapdos and Articuno. I don't think you need to, personally, especially not Articuno. Oh my god, do you not need Articuno? Zapdos, you know, it's kind of like, okay, right? Like, I get it. It's a very good Pokemon. And it is the best electric type. There's not a single Pokemon that's gonna be better than it for what it's gonna do. But it's also high level when you catch it. Like, there are perks to legendaries. Articuno, though, you can completely pass on that thing. Oh my, you don't need an ice type in this game. Oh, you do not need an ice type. Ice flying? Maybe nowadays you can get some use out of it. Back in this time? Oh hell no. Oh my god, oh hell no. You are not getting much out of that. No, nothing against Articuno, but I promise you, you're not getting much out of that. I would recommend though, if you want a legendary, Zapdos. Zapdos is the way to go. I don't think I will be catching the legendaries right now. I think I might. If you guys want, I'll shiny hunt them afterwards. After I beat the game, I will happily shiny hunt the legendary birds. There's only one Pokemon in this game that I don't want to shiny hunt, and that's the roaming Pokemon in post-game. Everything else, I'm fine shiny hunting. So if you want me to shiny hunt, do 1 out of 8,000 shiny hunts with, God, what can do? We can do Deoxys, actually. Deoxys, Lugia, Ho-Oh in post game, Mewtwo, the birds. The only one I don't want to do is the roaming because it has roar. Even with a Master Ball, I don't want to deal with it. Like, I just, so much setup just to encounter that thing. Like, no, we're not doing that. But the rest are all static. We can soft reset, which, if you are a button masher like me, right? As generous as this is, because before it used to be a button combo, like to soft reset. Now, if I want to soft reset, you just hit all the face buttons. As nice as that is, if you're someone like me who likes to sometimes fiddle with the controller, you might accidentally soft reset the game, which happened to me in my playthrough a few times. So watch out for that. Either try not to be antsy with your controller. I like either putting my hands like this or kind of like not really resting on the buttons, because I like fiddling with the controller sometimes, especially in a game like this where I know not all the buttons are necessarily in use. Like, the back ones aren't doing anything in this game because they're not set up, so I'll mess with them. But obviously the Joy-Cons don't have that. So little things like that I'd recommend, just so you don't accidentally soft reset your game. Because you could lose hours of progress. Lucky for me, I didn't save often, but I saved enough where I was able to make up a lot of what I lost. I never really lost too much. I did lose grinding. That was the one thing. I lost grinding, a Pokemon, which sucked, but besides that, yeah, I didn't lose anything too important, so I'm okay. I didn't lose much, but it is something to be worried about. And there have been complaints. People have actually kind of gone for this whole game without saving, especially because it's on Switch. A lot of people, like myself, put the Switch in sleep mode, put it back in the dock, let it charge, play the game whenever they can, which does have problems. So, all that being said, be careful when you play this game on Switch. You're never gonna run into the button combo naturally on the Game Boy. I don't think you ever will. naturally run into pressing all the buttons at the same time. You'll never have to. So I am curious who the first person was to discover the soft reset. Unless it was probably the manual, actually. Now that I think about it, it's probably in the manual. Like, if you want to quickly turn off your game and turn it back on. I mean, did you really need to soft reset in the originals? Like, by Gen 2, I understand, because at least Gen 2 you had shinies, but I guess legendaries, but I mean, turn it off, turn it back on, didn't really change much. Oh, why is stream not, why do you not like stream today, YouTube? It keeps telling me I have to keep, like, fixing stuff. What's wrong with stream today? Like, I didn't do anything different than yesterday. It's been fine all week. I don't know why you don't like it today, stream. Okay, we're fine now. I don't know, some days OBS just does not like just does not like streaming. I never have an issue with recordings. It always works fine with recordings, but it's specifically streaming that OBS sometimes just doesn't want to work. I mean, lucky for me in all of my streaming, I haven't streamed much, but lucky for me, stream's only actually fully died once. Fortunately enough, I was able to catch that and quickly reset, but I wish I knew what the hell, why it doesn't like it sometimes. Especially some games, like, I feel like this is a game where it's like, it's not too crazy on the bitrate. It's pixel art. I feel like I'm not asking a lot out of OBS today. Kirby I can understand sometimes. There's a lot of flashing, but I feel like there's not much happening in this game. Also, this song, I feel like every Pokemon player has heard this song on loop before. I hate LNR in this game. If you hit LNR, you get that stupid trainer pop-up every time. You can turn it off. You can turn it off in this one version, thank God, but I forgot to do that. I just forgot to do that. Also, I didn't realize, but, you know, having Joe in the front with Peck speeds through this section. Bro's putting in the work. God damn. Alright. Lure. I don't know if we'll... I was gonna say, there's no shot we get you to level 16 before Brock. Get a War Turtle. That's such unnecessary grinding. That's actually such unnecessary grinding that we don't need to do. We are gonna steamroll Brock. We have the coverage for it. If we pick Bulbasaur, we could steamroll the first couple gyms. First few. But we only really have one, and then the second one is already water type, so we have to... Again, that's why Pikachu's nice to have, especially early game. The less options, the more you want to play with and all that. Lewis. Do you guys see that? They're making like a Stewie spin-off, and it's just gonna be like the multiverse, but just Stewie. Like, not even Brian, apparently. The Stewie show. Which is weird. Because when they made the Cleveland show, they wrote off Cleveland. How the fuck do you write off a baby? I truly mean, are we just gonna not have Stewie and Family Guy for a while? Are we gonna just pretend that it's just gonna be its own thing? I know it's not frankly, if Stewie just showed up in both shows, it's whatever. It doesn't make that much of a difference. Or they just air the show in times when there's no new Family Guy, but I don't know when that would be. I don't keep up with Family Guy. I just see Family Guy and Subway Surfers on sometimes. Sometimes I need to focus, and you know, Family Guy funny moments. It doesn't focus me. It just makes me upset at life. Because it reminds me of this one time that I was okay, I had this really completely. I had such a funny idea for a stream. Because there's like 1, 2 Family Guy video games, right? I was thinking how funny it would be, even if it wasn't that, if I streamed and I had pre-planned like videos and bits, and I would segue, right? So I would like, I'm playing like, you know, say for example, I did this for the stream. I'd be playing Pokemon, like, man, wait a this reminds me of that one time I went to Burger King or so, you know, completely random, right? But then I would just switch scenes on OBS and I would just literally have like a video play and it would just be a cutaway. I would just have built-in cutaway gags to stream. It's so stupid of a concept, but I like, that'd be such a funny stream. Because at any moment you're watching stream and then you have a fucking Family Guy style cutaway. Have you noticed the skaters? Cut them. Many Pokemon live only in forests and caves. You need to be persistent, like everywhere, to get different kinds. You know the evolution cancel technique? When a Pokemon's evolving, you can stop the process. It's a technique for raising Pokemon the way they are. Just more helpful tips. I know at some point one of them is gonna have something kind of useful. I say kinda. There aren't many serious Pokemon trainers here. They're all like bug catchers, you know, just hobbyists. But Pewter's gym, Brock, isn't like that, not one bit. Like, I'd like to catch a Pikachu right now, but like, I'm 99% sure I can just walk in and destroy Brock with Squirtle. Like, I truly don't think stands a chance, especially because we have the backup Mankey. Here, we'll get Joe one more level in the forest, and then I'll switch to Bluer, or the monkey. Mankey's... I really like Mankey, if you couldn't tell. He's just a fun guy. I don't think there's any new encounters here. I think these are the same encounters outside, before the forest, if I remember correctly. I think it's just Rattata and Bird. But back to this. It didn't take me this long to get Pikachu the first time, so I wonder how many Pokemon I'll go through before I actually find one. I would like to use Pikachu. I think this is a game that I would definitely like to have a Pikachu on. At least for stream. I've already played this game. Well, I've already played FireRed. Just period. I've played FireRed. Played LeafGreen as well now. But it's definitely a game I'd like to have used a Pikachu in. Because I can't say I have so far. I'd like to change that. I have no clue what my final team is going to look like, though. I will say, if there's any Pokemon you guys would like me to use, because they're blue, because you think it's funny, with the exception of the legendaries, I'm open to catching anything at this point. I don't care. I'll make it work. You know, I will make it work. Hell, if you guys don't like a current Pokemon in the team, I will happily replace it. Like, I have no real intent on keeping Lunch the Caterpie, but we got Lunch the Caterpie in the squad. I'm gonna run from the Weedle encounters because I don't want to deal with Poison, because Poison works out of battle in this game. We're gonna get poisoned, right? We're gonna get poisoned. You're gonna see it. Level 5. Ooh, you shouldn't have game. Pikachu has static. Yeah, that. Level 5 Pikachu. That's like. Mankey. Of all the fucking times to get a critical hit, you absolute bastard. Oh my fucking god. Why? You just have to scratch it. You're still in a scratch. You're gonna scratch. Why the fuck did you kill it? It's been like half an hour. You fucking kidding me? Oh my god, I had the Pikachu. It was right there. It was right there. He was level 5. That's like the best Pikachu I could have asked for. Oh my god. So I think we could agree. I think I might bench Lois now out of frustration. God, we had it. It was right there. It was actually right there too. That's the worst part. What are the odds another one spawns right away? Oh, that'd be funny. I don't think we're gonna run into a casual shiny this game. Okay, if any Pokemon shows up shiny, I promise you it's on the team, right? But I don't think we're pulling those odds. I know we had some bullshit with Pokopia the other day. I don't think we're getting it for this game. I don't think, like, God, imagine a shiny Pikachu spawn. Like, no, like, it's not happening. It's not happening. As funny as it would be, not happening. So we're gonna just stick with this. I need to make up for the Pikachu. I need to catch a Pikachu now. Like, I refuse to not catch a Pikachu now. Because Lois decided it was time to kill Lois. We must kill Lois. Brian. That's the cure with Brian. I need to kill Lois. Kill Lois. Lois. Why the fuck did I have the crit? Straight up, I don't think I got a crit this entire game so far, and the one time I crit is when I'm trying not to kill something. I mean, how many times have you not been thinking about the crit range? Because who the fuck casually thinks about the crit range of a Pokemon's attack? And you kill a Pokemon you've been hunting. Just like, you're not thinking about it, and you know, you're like, alright, this should be fine. Everything's okay. We can kill, you know, we won't kill it, we'll catch it, everything's gonna be hunky-dory, and then your Pokemon decides to get the most nasty crit you've ever goddamn seen. You know, whenever you need one, you don't get one. Whenever you don't need one, you get one. It's the life of Pokemon. You never get what you want. God, it would suck if I got like a shiny Caterpie or a Weedle. It's like, oh great, I get to use a bug. Some of the one of the few shinies I would actually bench. Be like, I don't want to use that. I used Beedrill, and Beedrill is just the superior option of the two in this game, but not by much. Not by much. The only reason Beedrill is superior is because it's the only Pokemon that can have like Stab Bug. Butterfree has more coverage moves, and like you could definitely get more usage out of Butterfree in more situations. But since I just kind of was focusing on like offense and building my team up for covering everything, having a good Stab Bug Pokemon was something. And it's like, I also used Jolteon, so if I wanted to, I could have used Pin Missile and had a bug move if I wanted to, because there's no dark types in this game, so there's no real good coverage for Psychic. You know, you don't have good ghost options, you don't have good bug options. I guess you could get Pinsir or Cypher if you wanted to, but who the fuck is going to use Cypher when Scissor existed at this point? And I mean, it's Pinsir. Heracross is just the cooler one that you want to use. I know it's Gen 2, but my point stands. Who the fuck would want to use a Pinsir? Just saying. Pinsir also just doesn't have good coverage in this game. It's not a good Pokemon to use. It's just the truth of it. No. I'm very curious why the whole Metapod Kakuna thing. It's always been weird to me how people kind of group the two together, but then so fiercely debate Beedrill and Butterfree, and then Caterpie and Weedle, it's like one's annoying and one's not annoying. It's just weird how it's like there's no like preferred one. I feel like people will be like, I like Beedrill, Butterfree, I like Caterpie, I like Weedle. Kakuna Metapod though, I feel like everyone's kind of like neutral. And I mean, Kakuna's the better one. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I think Kakuna's the better one. I mean, just design wise, I think Kakuna looks nicer than Metapod. The line work, especially when you have the pixel art. The pixel art versions of the Pokemon, I think Kakuna just looks better. Maybe model-wise, I guess you could make a case for Metapod for me. Like, I mean, combat-wise, Pokemon-wise, they both do the same shit. But I mean, like, design-wise, I think I prefer Kakuna. But I will say, I think design-wise, though, I'd probably pick Caterpie and Butterfree over Weedle and Beedrill, respectively. They're definitely not my favorite regional bugs. But I do really think that they're a solid foundation for regional bugs. I think Kricketune really funny, but definitely not my favorite. Kricketune is a very funny Pokemon. It's crazy how we went from regional bugs, which were glorified filler, to nowadays where your regional bug is like a Pokemon you could probably use on a full team if you wanted to. Like, they're very good nowadays, which is fun to see. And it's fun seeing the evolution of the kind of those staple Pokemon ideas. Regional birds went from good to really fucking good. Corviknight and Kilowattrel are both very solid options of Pokemon. Their typings have to do with that, but I mean, it does help. Bugs also. I mean, Vikavolt. And who didn't use a Vikavolt? I mean, it's crazy to me that since Butterfree, I think that's the first time in the fandom we've all agreed that, like, you gotta use the bug Pokemon. And no one benched it either. Everyone commits to Vikavolt because it's a good Pokemon. Like, Orbeetle and... is the regional bug for Paldea the low kicks line? Nimble and low kicks, is that the regional bug? As much as I love them, no one was using them. You know, as much as I love the Common Rider reference Pokemon, I know damn well no one was using them. Because A, at least in America, no one got the fucking reference. It's another Pokemon design, like, right? Everyone sees that and is like, cool Pokemon design. No one gets the reference because no one knows Kamen Rider around here. But even in Japan, I didn't see much talk about, like, when it was, people saw it, like the leaks or like official reveals and all that, people all were like, oh, Nimble low kicks. Like, low kicks at least. And everyone's like, that's fucking cool. You know, it's a Kamen Rider reference. And I mean, I used one until I got my full team in Scarlet Violet. I had a low kicks because I like the Pokemon. I think it's a really good Pokemon. I was committed to using it for the full playthrough if it wasn't for the fact that there was just other Pokemon. You know, the only reason I didn't stick with low kicks is because I really wanted water coverage. Not water coverage. I really wanted fairy coverage, and Dinkaton is right there as a Pokemon I could use, and it's Fairy Steel, and I'm like, I mean, come on. You're telling me to pass that up, and it's such a good Pokemon too, so... Ended up benching low kicks. I benched my water type. I was using Palafin, which, you know, for those who don't know, that evolution method is insane. But I had that, and then I kind of was like, it's a good Pokemon. 0 to Hero is fun too, but it's kind of like one of those Pokemon you gotta commit to the gimmick where you either have to open with it, or you have to strategize around when to send it out. And I was just so kind of like, I just want to play the game. So I went for Veluza, just another generic fish Pokemon, which also kind of has a gimmick with its move, but a gimmick that's tied to like an ability, tied to like a move, very different situations, and I just don't use the move. And I just have all attacks that work with its current ability, which is like sharpness or whatever. Alright, that's what I just did with my Veluza instead. And he's good enough. But it's not a Pokemon to write home about. I mean, knowing I could have also just went out of my way for Dondozo or Tatsugiri instead of Veluza. The only reason I did it was because I used Baxcalibur. But I mean, like, I definitely could have just used a different Pokemon. The team comp for Paldea is something else. Especially once I got to post-game, because I caught Roaring Moon, that's what I used for all the DLC. Roaring Moon is just such a cool fucking Pokemon. I couldn't help myself but want to use it. It's Salamence! It's Salamence, but cooler. It's Salamence and Mega Salamence in one Pokemon, but cooler. You can't tell me that's not... I feel like that's like just a factual statement. That is an objective statement. I think we can all agree. Roaring Moon, so much cooler. And it is cool because it looks like Salamence, but like it's cool. I will say when picking games, me and Ignova, because we usually go back and forth on what Pokemon games we're gonna play. Like one of us will pick, the other one gets the other version. This is the first. Usually, we would be like FireRed, LeafGreen. We'd pick. I just bought both versions. He played LeafGreen, and we're gonna use this save actually. Once I beat stream, we're gonna complete the decks. I don't know if we'll complete the decks on. If you guys want to see me and Inknova complete the decks on stream, I can do that. But I'm gonna capture all the like version exclusives and whatnot, trade it to him at some point. Obviously I need to play this game, and I don't know. I kind of was like, I'm just gonna get it on. I'm just gonna get both. Yeah, I did. I got both. I know. Say whatever you want. I just did that. I really didn't need to get FireRed though. Really didn't need to, because I have the cartridge version. But we just like completing the decks together. We've done it since Sun and Moon, or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. We've completed every Pokedex together. We did that game, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, we completed. We did Sword and Shield and DLC when that came out. Scarlet Violet the DLC when that came out. Legends EA. Well, okay, the Legend games you can do solo. Legends EA trading is required, but Legends Arceus at least you can do solo. But I mean, like we talked, and obviously if either of us needed a Pokemon, we were having trouble or something, we'd trade. I know my guy was having trouble just like me with getting a Galarian Farfetch for Surfetch, so I traded with him in ZA already, like stuff like that. We've completed every Pokedex together. That's not changing. That's 100% not changing. When Winds and Waves, when that comes out, it's gonna be the same as the first time we did it. This is technically the only game we're still completing together, but because there's no online and we're both busy, we haven't done like any of the trades yet, which is weird. Because usually we would have like battled and traded on the game and like just had fun with the multiplayer, and we haven't yet. Because again, don't mind. But I mean, like, what you gonna do about that? we cannot play this until we like make time to hang out and physically put our consoles next to each other. So it's weird that I have to re-experience what it's like trading on like the DS era of Pokemon when I was like into that. And it's like, hey, you want to trade? We gotta like make plans with the DS and shit. You know, nowadays it's just online. I don't think much about trading. I think, hey, let me call up the boys and see who's got the Pokemon I need. But it was very different back then. I mean, at least you don't need a goddamn link cable or any of that shit. I guess that joke doesn't work because of this generation. Was this the game that came packaged with the wireless adapter for the GBA? I think it was this game. I don't think it was Ruby and Sapphire. I think it was this game. Actually, I'm not gonna lead with this motherfucker when I encounter the Pikachu. let me not do that. Speak of the devil. Again. Come on, there's no way Bubble kills. It's electric type. That did a little too much for me. We have Pokeballs to spare, you know? He's still in green, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Ah. Lower my attack. I like that. I like that. Let's switch to one of the fodder Pokemon and do chip damage. Lunch. Lunch, it's the one time you're gonna be able to do something in this game. Don't fuck it up. We're just gonna chip away. We're just gonna chip away. I'm too scared to use the other Pokemon. We're just gonna chip away. Can we get you to red? I'd like that if we can get you to red. Not lunch. Lunch doesn't need to be in red actually. I love beeping. I love beeping in my ears. God. Okay, we're in red. We're in red. We're in red. We're not fucking this one up. we're not screwing this one up this time. We're gonna play it safe. And get ourselves a motherfucking Pikachu. Hell yes. We got the rat. The rat. I don't want to call it just the rat, but I mean, it's like, it is the rat. If you want to do a space, we're gonna do the. No, the is capital, but rat, we're gonna do proper spelling. The rat. The rat. Why is the capitalized and rat's not? I don't know. The rat. Oh yeah, PC's full. Or the team's full. We gotta go to the PC. I think now that we caught the Pokemon we're not gonna use for Brock's fight, we can fight Brock. Why the fuck would I go in with my newly caught Pikachu expecting it to end well? It won't. I can promise you it's not gonna end well if I lead with Pikachu. Yeah, well, I guess we're benching Pidgey. It's not like we need two birds on the team. We got one good one. Come on. We can drop the other. I want to say after this we start getting to version exclusive territory, but I don't remember the version exclusives. I want to say this game gets Psyduck and Oddish, Growlithe, I think are all options in this game that aren't in, like, LeafGreen I know gets Staryu and Slowpoke. Yeah, Staryu, Slowpoke are options. Some Pokemon you'd think are locked behind version exclusivity, but they're just have different chance rates, like the Nidos. No, you're just lessons. Okay, I thought one of them had something. I guess not. I will not be talking to every random NPC. I'm only talking to the ones that I think have stuff. Now, I'll be coming back to pewter way later, because this is where you get Aerodactyl, or the old Amber, which gets you Aerodactyl. A fairy from Mount Moon has moonstones. I forgot to get Pikachu. I forgot to get Pikachu. We get to actually see the PC in this game. Also, I wish I was there for having the PC update from Gen 2 to 3. I want to know what that felt like as a child. Like, I feel like that must have been amazing. Being able to actually move your Pokemon like this. Ugh. Like, this is so much better than the shit they had in Gen 1 if you've played those games. Gen 1 and 2 Pokedex. Gen 1 and 2's system was atrocious. You're going to the back of the party, buddy, because you pissed me off. You made me spend an extra, like, half hour. Alright, you're going to the back of the party. And just to be safe, let's save the game. Because fuck me if I accidentally soft reset now. I think I would just end stream if I soft reset over the Pikachu. So now, I mean, we are gonna sweep with a Mankey and a Squirtle, both with coverage moves, but I would like Pikachu to get EXP, because the next gym, we're gonna need Pikachu to hard carry, and it's gonna be a while till we have good encounters to train Pikachu up against. The most iconic Pokemon gym layout, and it's the most boring ass shit I've ever seen. The straight line. There's no sauce, it's a straight line. The rat. I hate how his hand looks in the sprite. He has like little grabbies. Like, I know Pikachu has a hand, but it's like the way Squirrel's hand's positioned, it kind of looks like he's like ready, right? He's like ah. But then Pikachu's like, ah. It's like, I don't like it. I don't like how the hand's positioned. The sprite I've seen so much that it's like, it's just weird to look at. It's like, why, what are you grabbing? The rat. I think Pikachu naturally learns Thunder Wave in this game. Do you learn? You don't have that. I want to say Pikachu naturally gets Thunder Wave in this game, which is huge. Absolutely huge. I don't think we have a False Swiper yet. A False Swiper plus Thunder Wave combo would be phenomenal. Can I not take any damage and just go right to Brock after this? That would be huge. I don't think I can Oko this. I don't think Bubble Okos. Yeah. Sandshrew can take it. 3 times down. Oh god, please hit. Lure! Living up to the true blue name. Fuck off. Actually, fuck off. Thank you. Oh my god, if you missed, I'd be so upset. No, actually, I can't even be upset, Blur. That wasn't your fault. Sandshrew was just on some bullshit right there. We can go from base 20 to base 40 power? Huh? Yes. Oh my god. Okay, so Brock's done, right? We can agree this gym's over before it started, right? I'm Brock of Pewter City. My rock hard willpower is evident even in my Pokemon. My Pokemon are all rock hard and have true grit and determination. That's right, my Pokemon are all the rock type. You're going to challenge me, knowing that you'll lose? That's the trainer's honor that compels you to challenge me. Fine then, show me your best. And here's Brock's Gen 3 design. If you've watched the anime, you've seen this design. It's weird how Brock's Gen 1 design, from the anime at least, I don't think that actually shows up in the games. Because even in Let's Go, it's 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 the Gen 4 design, isn't it? So like, I don't think Brock's Gen 1 traveling design shows up in the games, because in Gen 1 he was shirtless, which I don't think that's ever explained. Why bro was just like, of all the trainer types, like all the different types, the one that I would associate with shirtlessness, water, fire, right? Rock. What was he cooking? What was he cooking? At least the anime got it right. And when he showed up in Sun and Moon, he just ripped that shit off and was like, now we're fucking serious. I mean, that's some aura farming, right? You're in a fight, and it's like, you want to get serious, you just rip your shirt off, and I'm like, I think most people, if they see that, they're like, oh fuck. Like, oh fuck. Like, I'm gonna back away real quick, fuck. Does learn Thunderwave. Alright, that is huge for us. I took you for granted, and so I lost. As proof of your victory, I confer on you this, the official Pokemon League Boulder Badge. And first gym done, first badge acquired. Just having the Boulder Badge makes your Pokemon more powerful. It also enables the use of the move Flash outside of battle. Of course, a Pokemon must know the move Flash to use it. I will not be putting Flash on Pikachu. Wait, take this with you. Blue received TM39. A TM, Tactical Machine, contains a technique for Pokemon. Using a TM teaches the move that contains your Pokemon. TM is good for only one use. So when you use one, pick the Pokemon carefully. Anyways, TM39 contains Rock Tomb. It hurls boulders at the foe and lowers its speed. I don't think I'm going to use a fucking rock type, so I mean, I'm willing to just sack this TM. Can anyone learn it? Never mind, we're not using it. We're not using this. We'll save that. We'll save that. Now, I recommend, if you've ever played Pokemon, the first thing you want to do, storm, rock, and beat him. This is key to having fun. Beat this gym. That's the first thing you want to do in this game. Because you get to talk to this guy. Oh, Blue! I'm glad I got up to you. I'm Professor Oak's aide. I've been asked to deliver this, so here you go. Blue, receive the running shoes. Well, I must be going back to the lab. Bye-bye. Instead of this slow-ass walk site... Oh, there's a letter attached. Dear Blue, here's a pair of running shoes for my beloved challenger. Remember, I'll always cheer for you. Don't ever give up. From Mom. Instead of the slow-ass walk cycle, once you hit B, look at the speed increase on this thing. Oh, yeah. But unlike other Pokemon games where you have a naturally faster walk speed or you can run everywhere, you can't run inside of buildings. Fortunately, there's very few buildings in this game that require a lot of walking. It's typically just the Team Rocket sections of the game, which is why a lot of people don't like them, because they're not only trainer fields, but you have to walk the whole time, you can't run. The gyms in this game aren't too bad in that department, so you never really have to worry too much about it, but yes, we can now run. And I think I'm going to end it here. You know, we have a very good spot to leave off at. We just beat Brock. We have Pikachu now. After this, we're just going to storm through a cave, so it's going to be a very boring time to be playing this game. So, that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. And I'm going to take a moment to say thank you all so much for the support this week. It has been kind of a crazy week for me, because I've done nothing but work and stream, which for some people is also work, so I guess work. Regardless, it has been a very busy week for me, especially with all this YouTube stuff, and I couldn't be more grateful for all the support you've shown me. It has been super fun actually streaming all week. I really wish I could do this more often. Unfortunately, I will be done with spring break next week, so I'll have to go back to streaming when I can. My goal is I'm going to be aiming for Saturdays, probably around 6 or 7, joke not intended. I don't know yet, especially since some weekends I may be busy. I don't think I'll be streaming this weekend. I might, I'm not sure yet. If you see a stream tomorrow, then you'll know. But that being said, I want to thank you all so much again for the support. It really means a lot to me. I hope at some point I'll be able to do either like a subathon or some form of like, hey, trying to grow the channel sort of stream. Some more fun stuff I have planned. I do definitely want to try some other forms of non-gaming things, kind of show off a ton of the various things I've owned over the or collected over the years just for fun. Regardless, I look forward to streaming even more. Expect a lot during the summer, so probably June. But until then, thank you all so much. Philadelphia was a blast. FireRed, I look forward to finishing this as well. Other games will be coming. All that being said, it'll be back to your regularly scheduled program of weekly videos of random stuff. Next week, who knows? But stay true to yourselves and have a lovely day. We'll see y'all next time. That's the wrong button. There you go.